right, well, welcome back to these life changing, millionaire creating success principles. I'm proud of you for sticking with this far. There's huge rewards for commitment. And remember, focused people win. We're up to step number 60 of the 67 steps. It was called the Dutch Big Gulp, readjusting the pace of success. And this one's really interesting because it seems to contradict itself, but it doesn't in fact really. And there's a Dutch saying that says, too soon old and too late smart. And no matter how old you are watching this video, you've definitely had the feeling, the thought of, I wish I knew this back then. And this 67 steps is about learning things the easy way. And certainly learning things the easy way and learning things quickly is one big principle to success. And we have this poem by Chief Tecumseh that says, "So live your life that the fear of death never enters into your heart." And the main thesis of this episode is focusing on your life approach to pursuits and the difference of being patiently impatient versus impatiently patient. You want to be the second one. You want to be impatiently patient. You want to be quick to get things started and slow to see them through. You want to be the opposite of a perfectionist that takes in all the information but never gets started. And most people's pace of learning is PI. They're patiently impatient. They talk about their 10, 20, and 30-year goals, but Ty's interested in you being impatiently patient and telling me about your 5-minute goals. Remember, a goal is something you can do today. And he gives a few examples of this. A lot of people have the goal of losing 15 pounds in a week, but his suggestion for you to be impatiently patient, to take that approach, is for you to try to lose 1 pound a week every week for 6 months. Certainly takes a lot more long-term focus, but remember, always be focused in the long term. And he gives the example, if you're learning a foreign language, some people try to take it all in all at once and then just cause themselves stress. They try to learn a whole foreign language in like a week. But a better approach of the impatiently patient methodology would be for you to learn one sentence of a foreign language every day for a year. But certainly that's a lot more effective. After a year, you've learned 365 sentences in theory, and that's basically conversational. And Ty says, you don't want to be like Steve Jobs says and be the richest person in the graveyard. You don't want to get to be 90 years old and finally figure out how to be successful. It's too late at that point. And, he says you get what you want impatiently. And I'm sure you've done this before, but this is about increasing the frequency in which you do this. And, he says, don't act like you're immortal and you have all the time in the world. You don't. You never know when your time's going to come, so get started immediately in your pursuits. And, some people are so concerned with being a perfectionist and getting all the information, but if you remember back from a previous episode I did, where Colin Powell says when you have 40% of the information, get started. And, Ty says increase your learning rate. If you're only reading a book a month, certainly that's good, but increase your impatience in your actions and increase that to reading a book a week. You'll never regret getting started, but you will regret not having gotten started. And, he has a few sayings that are really great that kind of illustrate the point of being impatiently patient. One of them is from famous basketball coach John Wooden that says, be quick, but not in a hurry. And remember the overarching idea of Peter Drucker's 18-month goal timelines. 18-month goals might seem like you have to be things are going to take forever, but remember, start today, and those 18 months time frame will come up quicker than you think. And Joel Salatin has that saying, make haste slowly. And then there's even another saying that's kind of adds on to this by the Amish that says, a fence that goes up fast goes down fast. So if you try to do everything too quickly and get everything done in one day, it's inefficient, ineffective, and will fall apart, and you'll have to do twice the work. So if you're building a fence, in theory, according to that quote, better to put up one fence post per day, but start today. And by the end of the week, if you do that every single day, little bits at a time, step by step, you get ahead, you'll have a very proud fence to that will stand the test of time. And Ty says happiness comes from being on the rise. So don't concern yourself with trying to reach your goal today. Just start your goal pursuit today. And his questions for you at the end of this episode are: what is an example of you being patiently impatient? What is an example where you were impatiently patient? And name a time when you were held back, but you should have jumped right in. Thanks so much. See you on review number 61. Take care.